again, when you're confident, when you work with your movement, taking care of yourself, body, mind, emotion, spirit, testosterone levels, personal power, center rises, come from that space rather than trying to push other people down and make yourself better. And those open and closed body movement help shift that. Questions, comments, thoughts? This usually brings up some stuff with people.
Real quickly,
Joyce.
I used to work in, it was a volunteer position in an organization I'm in with a gentleman that had a lot of arrogance. And I really I thought about this a lot because he and I had a lot of interactions. And I realized that I think deep down he was hurt, and that hurt people. And then oftentimes I can come across through this arrogance, it's this way of protecting himself, being critical of other people. I mean, it was still very difficult to be with him. I still don't want to be friends with him on Facebook, things like that. I just don't want to be in his space and in his energy. It can be very challenging, whether it's a job or even a volunteer situation, where you're thrown into situations like this with people, to show them love, because really everything is either a call for love or an offer of love.
Totally. So I teach you how to stay with you and not go out into that.
Right.
Which is most of ours reaction.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't get anybody anywhere.
Emails. Really good.
I have one female CEO that I work with, and she was having all of these issues with her team. It's basically a franchise that she owns, and she wanted to sell it because she was like, I'm so done. So we really worked with her coming from that internal, emotional, intelligent space and dealing with her team from that and taking action but still being a strong businesswoman. Now she's like, yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I'm not going to sell it. Yeah, so shifting that relationship with yourself shifts your relationships. Yeah. Principle number 3, Joyce.
Thank you. I just love that you do this.
You're not broken and it's never too late. So, very short, my story. My mother died when I was 9 3/4. My brother had just turned 5 days before she died. And she died about 6 months to the day that she went into the hospital. And during that time, my brother and I were shuffled in between like 3 or 4 different families. We lived with 3 or 4 different families. She died 1978. My dad's 39 years old. He owns a company that he left to the hands of his employees. And when he was pretty much living in the hospital with my mom, they made some really bad decisions. So my mom dies, my dad's losing his company. Some other things came together. 39 years old, had no idea what to do with a 5-year-old and 10-year-old. 1978. So we had like 3 or 4 different housekeepers in the like 6 months after my mom died. Then my dad's girlfriend moved in. And then 11 months after my mom died, they got married. So I really learned how to just go along to get along. Not be seen. I've also come to understand that I learned that from my mother. She got breast cancer, which is frustration, anger. Yeah. And I've come to understand that what I'm here to do is help people change their relationships with themselves so they don't have to die. I started teaching aerobics at 16, and again, my journey with movement and healing myself and bringing myself out. Started then, went into therapy at 19, and so the first 18, 19 years of my life were very much about just staying out of the way. And so the last, how old am I? 25 years have been about coming out. Being seen, being visible, knowing who I am, yeah, and really balancing that internal and that external, the EQ and the IQ, authenticity, vulnerability, the truth of what they are, and living my life, and now creating a business from that space. So that's what I teach people to do. So it's simple. And I do understand it's not easy. We can't see what we can't see. So my clients, I teach you how to create in your life, your body, your business from that centered, clear, grounded place, the internal to the external, true authenticity and vulnerability. And I teach my clients to dance through life. Usually we dance, but we don't have time today. Again, I know what it's like to take the big chances and to be bold for myself and do the things that look crazy to everybody else, and I know that I am supposed to do them for me, no matter what it looks like. Wouldn't you like to take the chances for yourself? The big chances, and be bold for yourself to get what it is you really want. After everything we've talked about, we have one more slide. Now how do you feel about doing that one thing for yourself? Bless you. So today I am offering my Rockstar Confidence in Sales program. It's a 6-month. We work with personal power, presence, movement, connection, communication, transformation, self-care, self-love, vulnerability, what that really is. It's not weakness. Being seen, being visible, clarity, creating your messaging from that clarity. Yeah, your sales conversations from that clarity. Emotional intelligence, intellectual intelligence, following your intuition, having the intention, and being able to take the action from that space with clarity. So it's a 6-month program. It's very much step by step. This needs before this, before this, before this, that's developed in my work. So for y'all today, it's just $197. For the first 5 of you that follow your knowing and listen to what you know, you'll also get a VIP day with me and 1 individual session a month with me. Really diving into what's real for you, where you are in your life, your body, your business, your clarity. Only the first 5. And the bonuses are only today. You've got this, and it's never too late. Now, how do you feel about having that one thing for yourself? That great? Awesome.
Thank you,
Yay!
Tracy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
One thing I noticed in the room was when everyone was standing, just how much more interactive everyone was. That was amazing. I thought to hear from all of you. So Tracy, thank you so much. Take advantage of this offer.
I actually wanted to do a talking to each other from your messaging and explaining to the other person and noticing your energy in and your energy out. I didn't have time. I didn't have time to do a lot of stuff I wanted to do. So, yeah, holler at me and we can play with that some.
All right. And you'll do this presentation other places as well?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So if anyone in the room knows of other spaces that would benefit from this, Tracy, and this, yeah, please let her know. about that.
I think Carol and I are gonna talk afterwards about other places too, so, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any final questions, thoughts?
Well, we're going to go around the room and give everyone
Okay.
a chance to kind of say a little bit. I wanted you to have time to do that. We got to move fast. And this one, what is your action? What are you taking away from this? What can you use immediately? And we're going to start in the back of the room this time and come to the front. So Dan, are you prepared?
I am.
All right, Dan, stand up and tell us what your action is.
Well, I love the kind of holistic approach to sales. I think I started my first business when I was 14 years old. So in some ways I've been doing sales for a long, long time. And I'm one of those very authentic salespeople. I always tell people that, to use a bad analogy or metaphor, I couldn't sell ice to an Eskimo, but if I had to sell them a really expensive heater that was going to be really efficient and save them time over the long run, I could do that. If I believed in it, right. So I really appreciate the holistic approach. I do think you got to be in a good space, you got to be confident, and if you go into a sales call desperate for money or desperate for yourself rather than trying to help them, you're more likely to fail. So I appreciated it, and it's a great approach to sales because it's holistic. It's not just tactics and scripts and all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Let's come over here to Ross. But keep moving quickly. So Dan, thanks for all your time.
Sorry.
I'm going to boil down what Dan said. I'm going to stop believing that mind and body are separate things.
Thank you, Ross.
Chris with the App Wizards. Basically, it's affirmed and confirmed a lot of things that I already knew, but it reawakens me to paying attention to my body and how it relates to how I present myself in my role and the results that I'm seeking. So, thank you.
It's kind of I'm sorry, I'm not going to stand.
That's fine. I understand.
It reinforces some of the things that I've learned from my pain therapist, and it's good to refresh and understand that I have a certain control over certain things, so very informative.
I'm going to take away of just taking a little bit of notice when I'm maybe slouching or not sitting maybe as present as I can be. I do a lot of sales on the phones and things like that, so maybe adjusting how I'm sitting while I'm on the phone makes a big difference.
For me, this is something that I teach people. I'm a trainer for the state for leadership. It's the not offering your gifts when you know you can help somebody, and it's doing a disservice if you don't. So that's what we teach people. Just share the information. It's not it's not up to you if they buy. It doesn't matter. You share the information. That's your duty, and then it's up to them after that. So just share the information, and usually they come back to you even if they tell you no eventually.
So many people come from scarcity when they're doing that.
Yes.
It's that, yeah, okay, I'll shut up.
Yes, I love the idea that sales is facilitating a decision. People love to buy, they hate to be sold. That servant, that we're doing people a service, and we have an obligation if we can help to reach out. So probably the takeaway is listening and being quiet, listening. Thanks, Tracy, awesome.
So this is my first time coming to a meeting like this, and definitely see the value in it, and the value in a group setting like this. So I'm looking forward to more meetings.
What I took away from it was a good kind of affirmation for why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've recently been offered a position out of a huge marketing agency for an awesome level job, and was struggling with do I do that, or do I keep trying to own my own business and keep growing this thing? And I thank you, because what I really wanted to do is to continue doing it on my own. That's what I'm passionate about. So I just kind of needed that extra no, this is what you want. You need to keep doing that, even though it might be the harder choice. Thanks.
What I'm taking away from this today is that I've got to get out of my train thought of my laziness. I fired the lazy guy Friday. The guy started Monday. So I fired the lazy guy, and I've got to get out of that train of thought, you know, where I'm lazy and it takes me a while to get motivated some days. So this week I've been getting up earlier and starting to do things a lot more. So I'm taking away from this how I need to get my body more aligned, my mind more aligned, and just get a good focus and to concentrate on business. And the main thing is if you meet the needs of your clients, your needs will be met also.
Yeah, I think I'll just piggyback on that.
That was what I took away too, is just show up. Basically, show up and offer what you have, and with your own confidence and excitement about it.
What I took away was that great story you told us about your mom dying and learning how to, having to hide. And I think that's what brought you to where you are now, and you're sharing your gifts with other people. That was my takeaway.
I have a similar one. It's just to show up. I need to just put myself out there and not be afraid that, so to show up and to put myself out there as a graphic designer, and if someone likes my style, then that's great, and if they don't, then that's okay too.
I think my takeaway was the confidence versus arrogance, and just if someone's going to be arrogant, learning to not fall into it too, and let that person be that way, but separate your confidence and stick to it, even though it's probably the harder route to take.
My takeaway was similar to a few others, is just if I have a service I know I can offer people, then I should put myself out there.
My takeaway would be the phrase of sales is something you do for somebody, not to somebody, and just remembering that before I go into a sales conversation and approach it that way.
My takeaway was also the confidence versus arrogance thing, and I just want to really pay attention to people around me and not assume they're arrogant because maybe they're just confident. Maybe pay better attention and figure out where they're really coming from. Mine was to pay more attention to my body and see what it is telling.
Yeah, I'm to pay attention to my body movement without being self-conscious about it.
My takeaway was, again, pay attention to my body, understanding what yes feels like, and understanding what no feels like.
Awesome.
My takeaway is I was one of those people who had the stuff happen, overcompensated with confidence that is perceived as arrogance, so kind of toning it down would be better.
The most important thing you can wear is confidence. I like that.
Just, I want to try to be omnipresence, so. No, but just sales is a service, and it's a disservice not to offer it.
I definitely agree with you. My main takeaway is sales is not something you do to something, but for someone.
My biggest takeaway is just being authentic and confident in every aspect of my life, and no matter what my timeline is, just keep moving forward.
My biggest takeaway was being present with what you're doing. I do a lot of working at home at night, so switching that and getting my work done during the day and being able to take time at home for myself and my dogs.
My takeaway too was just the balance, I think, and listening to my body and taking care of myself, not other people. We work at a nonprofit, so I think sometimes a lot of people, get caught up in other people and not my own self. So.
My takeaway was presence closes the deal. It's like it makes the sale. So even if you haven't balanced that, I just like how you address that, and it doesn't make the sale.
Tracy, do you have a quick takeaway? Should have warned you.
A quick takeaway.
Yeah.
Let me know when there's 20 minutes left. A quick takeaway. I just love this stuff. It just rocks my world. It's really what I'm here to do. And if you have any questions, I would love to talk to you.
For me, I'm going to be just paying attention to my body as I'm dealing with people and different things, and just see what I can learn. I think this is where confidence starts, right? And so
Totally.
This started here. Fred's got a quick comment?
Yeah, may I make a suggestion? For those of you that aren't going to take these, take them and give them to a friend or somebody in your office. It's a way to help support the organization.
Sure.
Because the name is down there. So I always take these kind of things and pass them out to somebody I don't know or leave them at a coffee shop. And hey, that's the way to get the word out.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for everyone. Please do promote everywhere. We will. Just want to give a quick for our allies, those who are part of from Tracy, what her offer is. My offer is if you want to book some time with me, talk about your website and your marketing. Easiest way to do that is on the bottom of your action form. Is go to ctaalliance.com/bookdrew, DRU, or DREW. You can see it in my calendar. We can spend some time.